Bible told you to worship God. Worship Allah. Any religion taught you to worship. It taught you to get on your knees and pray. But why? Even though this is not the correct way to pray, we meditate. We meditate. We're natural beings, organic beings. We don't close our eyes. It's eyes here. You got eyes here. We don't close these eyes. We keep them open. Or we let them fall freely. Or we direct them. Or we connect to other realms based upon our formations and our mantras, certain points we touch. Religion tricked you to give your energy away to false gods, right? That leads me to why Jesus is so important to the elite. Why Muhammad was so important to the elite. Why Virgin Mary was so important to the elite. Because they use these idols and they trick you to donate your energy to these idols, these false gods. And what do you think you do when you pray to them or you believe in anything? You give it energy. You give it strength. See, it's deeper than that. You give it strength. You don't hear me? 140 of y'all on live right now. Welcome in class today. Y'all hear me out there, class? Supreme Reflections, Ascended Masters out there. When you pray to something, when you believe in something, you give it life. That's why promotion is so important in any form of business. Because to keep speaking about something that's like a form of worship. And then you give it life. And shit. And once it get life, it's alive now. And it gains power. And now it attracts more people to its power. And it gets stronger and stronger by absorbing everybody else's frequency. That's all these gods have ever done for you that they've given you in religion. They absorb your frequency because you are praying. You close your eyes and you're basically meditating in the cosmos to these false beings that don't even exist. So you make them real with your thoughts. That leads me to this Netflix show, American Gods. I recommend all the gods and goddesses go watch it. There's so many light codes in there. American Gods is about the old gods versus the new gods, but they walking amongst everybody, right? And that's really true. Beliquis. She's the beautiful goddess on the show that plays the black god Beliquis. She's the only black woman on the show that's a goddess. But she represents the ancient god Beliquis from ancient Egypt. Back in those days, right? Let me show it to y'all. Now in the show, right? I want to show y'all something. In the show, she has a lot of sex. Right? She has a lot of sex in the show. And what you'll notice about her is when she has sex in American God. Do you know how powerful that scene is? Boy, they just gave y'all so much game in that one scene. That's American Gods. Now, let me break that down for you. Let me break the light codes down on you. I'm even surprised they would show some shit like that on TV, but all is being revealed, so you know how that go. And they know, they really be thinking like damn, they ain't gonna see through the light codes. You know, they really thought, I'm gonna just be real with y'all. So they definitely, by the time they put American Gods out, like, they already thought we was gonna just be all drugged up and zombified. You hear me? But yeah.
I'm just not getting
Okay. So the scene crazy, y'all. All right, so let me break the scene down to y'all. Okay. So basically what happened was, you know, the white guy, he walks up in the room and, you know, he's there just to buy some pussy. Now, he don't know that goddess is Bilquis, all right? Or Beliquis, all right? Beliquis, the role that black lady, that the goddess is playing on American Gods, she's supposed to be the ancient goddess Bilquis or Beliquis from ancient Kemet. Now, we're in today's time where they didn't conquer the planet already. So when he walk in the room, all he sees is some black pussy. He's there to buy some pussy. Okay? So they start conversing. She basically telling him like, I don't sell pussy. I'm not finna sell you no pussy. That ain't even what I do. He ain't trying to hear it. He like, I'm one of the biggest, richest, most powerful people on the planet. My IT company is doing great. You know, shit like that. So, you know, that's cool and all. You know, but guess what? That has nothing to do with her. She's a goddess. He don't want to respect the fact she's a goddess. She trying to spare his ass. He's thirsty. He still want to fuck. She told him, I am like no other you ever experienced. I am different. He like, why? Because I choose to spend my time alone with you? Is that what make you different? Because, you know, he rich and powerful. She like, nah, because I'm a goddess. He disrespected. He say, you not no goddess. You ain't nothing but a showgirl. And this is your stage. You know what I'm saying? You finna sell me that pussy. She walks off. He still say something. She like, fuck it. I got him. She like, okay. I will show you. She stick her hand out. He go to the room with her. Notice, she don't let him get on top. She's on top. So she's in control. Now, she, being an ancient being, being a goddess, she know that in order for her to have power, she has to be worshipped. So when he's coming into that room, he's worshiping her. Now, why has she fallen from her ultimate power? Her ultimate power she had fell from. She's just looking in that regular form like a regular black woman, right? The same way all our black women walk around. The same way all our black men walk around today, right? Signs and symbols for the conscious mind. Pay attention. Because the American Gods is about us. If you want to know who they talk about in that movie. But pay attention. So, as she's on top of him, straddling him, she's actually absorbing his energies and breaking them down one item at a time. So what you seen was his body starting to like, he like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Shit, you ain't like no other. It's too late now though. She already eating his ass, you feel me? Absorbing his frequencies through her womb. Because remember, the black woman is God. Everything came from her womb, and all things shall always return to her womb. So she has the power to do that. And I want you to understand what she was saying to him. But she was on top of him, reflection. I want you all to really pay attention to what she was saying to him. She was riding him, straddling him. And she told him, she said a couple spells before she started absorbing him. Those were spells. He just ain't know it. Because remember, spells are words. Hey, brother. So she told him, while she was riding him, I am the mother of all. I am Bilquis. Listen to what she's saying. I am. Whenever you say I am, and whatever you say after that, that's what she'll be. She's fully tapped into her power, so she already know this. All right? Remember, what is sex? The exchange of sacral energy. He don't have any sacral energy because he's a 6 ether being. All right? So her ether, her 9 ether, and being cosmically the creator from which all came from, has the ability to absorb his frequencies completely and dissect him down to the atom. And even right now, every black woman and black and Latino goddess has that ability in their vagina right now. And they don't even know it. Facts. But what did she say to ignite that though, that energy? She said a command of words. She said her exact thing. She said, I am, when she laying like she was commanding, I am the mother of all. That's the first I am. The second I am Bilquis. The third I am the color of the sky. The fourth I give, I is the soul. I give life to the sun, nigga. She told him, I give life to the sun. That's the fourth I. And last but not least, to seal the spell, to seal it, you are nothing. That's what she told him. And then he started, I'm sorry. Nah, get your ass spin there, nigga. Let me get all that energy back that I gave you, that came from my womb. See what I'm saying? Because even though Zeus created those human beings, who created Zeus? Anunnaki goddesses did. None is higher than her. That same powerful as fuck. But also, that's her in her glow. There's scenes on American God where she's like homeless. And then they flip back and forth and it'll have you confused. But let me break it down and let me give you the light codes on it. Let me dissect the light codes. The reason that she's walking around amongst people like this is because she has lost her power. Why did she lose her power? If you go watch American Gods, all those gods had lost their power because people was not believing in them anymore. And it's a scene with Odin. Hold on. You'll pull it up for me, babe. Go to the scene where he was with Shadow Moon and they was talking to Easter. And he was with Jesus. He showed them all the Jesuses. Let me show y'all how American Gods got so many light codes in there for y'all ass. Now, this is why I'm gonna break it all down. I'm gonna show y'all this scene on American God where they gonna show you all how the power of worship. Like, you finna see Easter, all these different Jesuses, all this shit. But I'm finna give you the light codes on what that was symbolic of. It's symbolic of your power. See, none of these guys exist. As to be honest, nothing exists without you believing it first. You have to believe in it for it to exist. You give it power. You give everything power with your belief. And in that scene, he believed in her. In that moment, he was having sex. He was believing in her. He was believing in that pussy. He was believing in that. And she used that against him. And she soaked him of his energy because he was worshiping her. Because she is a goddess. But that's why our goddesses lost their power, because they are not worshipped anymore. That's why the gods lost their power too. You're not worshipped anymore. When you are a god, you require worship. This is why anciently we worshipped ourselves and we worshipped each other. You hear me? When she was riding him and she was like, I am the mother of all. She's worshiping herself. And she's spell casting. I am Bilquis. I am the color of the sky. I give life to the sun. And after all them eyes, what she tell him? You are nothing. All that vibration opened up that portal, which the womb is a portal, and he was evaporated through it. That's the type of power right now our goddesses got. Anciently, why you think they start calling them witches? Them old slaves used to do that to them old slave masters too. Fuck them, make them have a heart attack, or they'll fuck them and completely evaporate their bodies. All that. You ain't nothing but atoms and electricity. Remember, everything vibrates. But what gave her power back to do that? Him worshiping her. So the truth about worship is this. You're not supposed to worship is power. Whatever you worship, you give it energy. Why do you think they call, like, people worship celebrities? So what are they considered? Idols. So when you giving this celebrity all that, you give that celebrity power. If we don't buy their albums, if we don't buy the stuff, they have no power, right? So whatever you worship, you give power to. So that brings me right back to my main point that I've been teaching y'all. Yeah, that's the thing. He gonna explain it when he see how when he explaining the shadow moon, why he see all the Jesuses. Okay. So kind of like fast forward to when we start up there, go rewind back. He like, cause Shadow was like, why are these different Jesuses? Yeah, I'm finna show this to y'all. But yeah, whatever you worship, you give power to. So this is the true secret of worship. So worship is really magic. All right? And you ain't supposed to worship shit but yourself. And other gods and goddesses and life force. So like when you see the plants, you worship them. When you see insect animals, you worship them. Why? Because they are our creations. When you see other gods, you're supposed to worship them. Why? Because that's you and that's your reflection. That's like looking at yourself literally in the mirror. When you see that sun, you're supposed to worship it. So what's another form of worship? Praise. Now we're to the word pray. Now we're getting to where prayers really come from. Because another word for worship is praise. And remember, I told y'all originally we didn't pray to shit, nigga. We didn't pray to no Jesus, no Allah. Why are you giving all your power away? We pray to ourselves, nigga. We worship ourselves like, ooh, you handsome. You're an intelligent guy. You're an intelligent guy, Rashad Jamal. I see you over there with your handsome self, all that neuromelanin. I see you working out again. You're looking good, Reflection. I see you leading your people. I see you doing what we sent you to do. I want you to know I'm proud of you, Reflection. I love you, Rashad Jamal. You're full of courage, sweetheart, selfless being. I love you, Supreme Reflection. That's how we was with each other. That's you praising yourself. You know, and then you say, you speak out loud over you. You spell cast positive over yourself. I am a God. You heard her. This is how you command the universe. You're worshiping yourself when you're saying that. I am a God. I am a goddess. I am that I am. I am nature. I am the sun. I am the fire, the earth, the wind, the water, spirit. I am everything and everything is me. I'm worshiping each and every one of y'all when I say peace to the guys and goddesses out there. I'm calling you a God, even if you don't know you a God, because you are my reflection. So when I worship you, I worship myself. I empower myself that way. Why do you think I truly say peace, reflection? I empower the soul when I'm saying that, because I'm worshiping everything around self, because self understands that self is everything. There is no Rashad Jamal. There is but everything. You see, I am the trees. I am the air. I am your hair. I am your eyes. I am your eyebrows. I am your thoughts. I am the wind as it caresses against your face. I am all of that. And you are too. This is what connects us to everything. And that was prayer right there. And that's why we praised each other. We loved, we like fuck love. We really understood that. And we really, like I always teach you, you don't understand the power of praising somebody. But how do you feel when somebody come up to you and they praise you? You feel good. Think about how you feel when you at work and somebody say, hey, thank you, you're doing a good job. When your boss say you're doing a good job, you feel good. Somebody come up and say, hey, you can just say, hey, have a good day. And that make you feel good. Because so few people do it. That's all praise. I like your shoes, that's praise. But think about it. You're in the like hole lockdown. So they use you to keep you under like hole lockdown. Yes, they do. Because what do you say with your words? Do you walk around praising people? No, you don't. You either A, don't say shit to them at all, so you are not giving them any vibration, you are not giving them any power, and you don't give yourself no power, neither. And if you do talk to people, you talk bad about them. You don't walk up to people and just genuinely try to make their day better by just speaking. Hey, every time you see somebody, you should speak. And definitely if you got carbon in your skin, every single time you see another carbonated being, even if they dead sleep, you're supposed to tell them like I do. Peace, God. Peace, goddess. Even if they don't know they that. Because you're praising them. And when you praise them, you're praising you. You empowering you on the level to activate this magic in you. Because in order for you to tap into that level of you is very electrical and very high. You're down here vibrating on this in playing with these solids. You got to get back up to that gas state. Remember the 4 phases of matter. Solids, liquids, gases, plasma energy. You hear me? We pass plasma energy. So to get to that state, you have to vibrate high. So you need things that's going to help you vibrate high. Nothing helps you vibrate higher than words. And nothing takes your vibration lower than words. A motherfucker say some bad shit to you, your vibration go low. And that's what happens. All day, all you hearing is bad. People say bad shit to you to lower your vibration, or they not saying shit at all, which is still gonna lower your vibration. Think about it. A motherfucker walk past you and they don't speak. You don't know what they on. Now you looking at them, they looking at you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looking at each other crazy because y'all don't know what each other on. Oh, that could have been resolved with a peace, God. Just speak to a motherfucker. I've tried it. Motherfucker don't be really want no problems, but everybody be looking crazy because there's so much shit going on and you don't know what the fuck you on. But I can break all that energy down just by saying, peace, God. Now I didn't clear all the tension. Like, okay, well, he spoke. Now you speaking back. Like, okay, well, peace, God. That's what happens. But if I don't say shit, you ain't gonna, you like, now I'm looking, you looking. Or I'm sitting around putting you down all day saying stuff to lower your vibration. Most people only use their words to lower the vibrations of people around them because you have no understanding of true worship. You don't know the truth about worship or the power about it, but your oppressors did. That's why they told your ass to worship their gods. Worship is energy, electricity. Your oppressor has you worshiping their gods. Let me show you. Because he understood that about you. You don't understand the worship to help us in this war. We have to get back to praying to one another and praying to ourselves. That's praise. They're going to be at a location and Shadow Moon's going to be asking questions. And he's going to be breaking down the Shadow Moon. Why? So all the gods finna be here. You finna see all the Jesus. This is going to be Easter there. A bunch of gods is here right now. And Shadow Moon talk. This was a very powerful scene. Pay attention about worship. And he like, oh, I have so many different Jesus because it's some people that believe in them. So when they close their eyes, everybody see their own different version of how they Jesus or they God or they Allah look. So in actuality, these gods don't even exist. They only exist because you believe and give them power. You are the real God. And also because nobody, now notice what Odin said to him. Shadow Moon asked him, and who are you then? If that's Jesus, who are you? Odin told him, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. The reason he told him that's because who believes in Odin? Nobody believes in Odin no more. But in Norse mythology, it was a time when people did. You see what I'm saying? So because people don't believe in Odin anymore in Greek mythology, he will be considered an old god. You see what I'm saying? Just like Beliquis, the black chick. But Jesus would be considered a newer god. Easter are newer gods that people currently believe in now. All right? Because there was always many gods that came and went that different generations of people in society believed in. So this is just exposing the truth of what I was telling you, that these gods don't exist and that the only real God is me and you. Now, you see how she did the human being? She was able to do that because he started worshiping her. Guess what? If you had a bunch of people worshiping you, you too would take on all this energy and electricity. All right? As gods, for you to have your full power, you need to be worshipped. That's the key to this lesson. For you to have your full power as a God, you need to be worshipped. Now, ask yourself, how many people walk around worshiping you? If people believed in you like they believed in Jesus, how you think you'll be vibrating right now? If people walked up to you and praised you all day like they do Allah, how do you think you will be vibrating right now? On a whole nother frequency. Because they're giving you all that energy, electricity, and magnetism. They believe it. Like they take you there. You know what I'm saying? So when you're talking about worship, you're only supposed to worship yourself. You're only supposed to pray to yourself and pray to other gods and goddesses. Praise them. You don't pray to them, but a form of praying to a God would be to praise them or compliment them. That's a form of praying to them. Okay? And you're supposed to shower yourself with praise. These are high vibrations. You worship yourself. You believe in yourself. You give all that energy and power to self. And we should give it back to each other. Anciently, that's what we did. We only worshiped and praised ourselves, and we praised each other. This is where worship really, truly comes from. We never prayed to anything outside of ourselves. We never did that anciently. And then you wonder why right now you walking around with no power. You don't even believe in you. So, and you don't have nobody believing in you. You see what I'm saying? And you don't even believe in you. You don't have nobody worshiping you. You a God. You're supposed to be worshiped. Why you think in ancient Egypt, look on the wall, they worshiped each other? That's what that was about. Because like I say, worship is praise. Praise is giving somebody a compliment, breaking it down in layman's terms. And you know it's true. Think about how you feel think about how you feel when all eyes on you in the room and everybody giving you compliments. Imagine when it's somebody's birthday party. And when it's a birthday is an example of someone being praised. At a birthday party, everybody is praising that individual. It's all about that individual. And look at the energy that individual gets off all of us praising them that day. Happy birthday. Da, 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 da. Singing, dancing, kicking, hey, giving them gifts the same way you would give a God, right? In religion. Birthdays is the way that people praise each other. Now, every day should be your birthday. You should praise your fellow black and Latino people all over the planet like that every single day. We're supposed to do that to each other every day, and we'll be on a whole nother level of frequency. All right? But that's today's lesson, class.